Now, I try my best not to complain about old games because the games are old. There's no real need to, like, poke a dead animal. You know what I mean? But, in saying that, I must say that the creation of this school was painful. It was very painful. You see the logos that we have to go with. Buckets. Like, you're gonna call yourself the Buckets. The University of Buckets. You know what I mean? Like you got the Grim Reaper up there. So I figured, let me just go with this. It really has nothing to do with Bulls, but at least it's gold and it will match our uniforms in our stadium and stuff like that. So you see that we have no mascot. Our rival school is Texas A&M, just like it is for the football program. Also Texas and Baylor. So those are our rivals. I will most likely put us in the Big 12. Why not? Might as well just do it. And I know somebody say, well, why not just go independent like you did in the football? Well, if you notice that Notre Dame, they're independent in football, but I believe they used to play in the Big East. I don't know where they play now, but they used to, maybe it's the ACC. They play somewhere in the country. Now, another problem that I had is just with the primary color thing. Like, you gotta mix red and green and blue together to get what color you want. And it's not hard. It's just frustrating when you don't know that's what you're supposed to do. I'm thinking, okay, I can choose red, I can choose green, I can choose blue, and then why doesn't go down any further? Like, why can I pick a different color? And then I realize you gotta mix the colors together. I'm like, oh, that's dumb, but whatever. I'll do it because I don't have a choice. Another thing is that this brother right here, Danny Dawkins, he's the head coach of the SAU Bulls basketball program. He is the head man in charge. I will make sure there are no strippers, no prostitutes coming for recruits. So if you want to come to our schools because you want to come to our school, not because we're going to do anything extra for you, okay? Not going to happen here. We ain't Louisville, and Danny Dawkins darn sure ain't Rick Pitino. But, The coach had like more suits to choose from than like school design and I believe, no, let me take that back. You do get to pick out like 10 different courts and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. There's about, I think, over 100. There's over 100 different fight songs that you could choose from and stuff like that. But besides that, it was just it's not fun creating in 2K sports games. I mean, don't get me wrong, All Pro Football 2K8. All Pro Football 2K8, and I probably do got to bring that back because creating people in there is a lot more fun, and I probably need to do that instead of doing my series in ESPN for 2K5 where I create players and stuff like that, because the creating center section in these 2K games, and I ain't talking about 2K16 because the customization in that game is pretty freaking awesome. I'm just talking about for these older games. They weren't well thought through, let me say that, because I remember creating a bunch of players in like the old school Maddens and stuff like that, and it was a lot more fun, and there was a lot more things you can do. And there's not too many things you can do. I would definitely be changing up our shoe game. Hopefully I can edit our shoes. Hopefully I can give everybody a pair of Nikes or Adidas or Reebok or whatever these kids want to wear nowadays, probably Jordans, but you know, our school's on a budget, so not everybody's gonna be wearing no Jordans. But this is how the court looks like. This is our stadium. I did have a different stadium, but I felt like it was too small. I didn't want a massive one. You could pick one that's like this huge, you know what I mean? Like you could have a huge stadium. I didn't want no huge stadium, but I also didn't want one that was too small. The one that I picked at first, it was too small. It was kind of awkward looking, so I really didn't want that. It looked different in the picture, basically. I'm gonna just go right there, alright? I was freaking getting trolled and freaking getting catfished by this freaking game because it had a different picture than what the stadium actually looked like, and I was pretty pissed off. I was about to call MTV and stuff. But yeah, this is the school. Let me know if you like that big ball on the free throw line. If you like that ball, I'll keep the ball. If not, then I'll just leave it blank. I could also put the volleyball lines on the court. I don't think we're that broke where we got to share the court with the volleyball team. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I don't know. I haven't watched too many basketball teams that have the volleyball lines on the court, but I thought that was a cool little feature. Again, not trying to diss this game. This game is fantastic. It has one of the deeper dynasty and legacy modes that I've seen. I haven't even really gone through it. I just dabbled in it just a little bit just to get my feet wet, so I don't come out here looking like a fool on these videos and stuff like that. They do have the AAU. They call it ABL basketball. I believe it's for the high school, like Summer League high school stuff. But that's pretty dope. But there's like 19 games of that, and I'm like 19 games plus like a 38 game season plus the tournaments and stuff. I don't know if I'm doing all that. So we might dabble in the ABL, or I might just save that for the next season. I think first season we're not going to be recruiting too many like 5-star athletes and, you know, potential one and doneers and PTPers and all that good stuff. But that is basically going to wrap this one up. I'm feeling this game. I like the court. I just wish that we could have a logo on the court again. From a creation standpoint, I think EA Sports takes the cake as far as last gen and PS2. But that's gonna wrap this one up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoyed bringing it to you. Hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day, and I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.